Hi everybody, thanks for pressing play on the video today. It's Caroline here from craftycarolinecreates.com. Today I am sharing with you another project which I've made to house some of my homemade Christmas gifts. This is a very pretty, very elegant, smart box. If we undo the ribbon here on the side, oops, there we go. The lid slides off like this, and inside it houses, well, a bit of a confession, it should house a jar of my homemade basil pesto, but as you can see the jar is empty. I did film a video yesterday showing you how to make this pesto, but in the interim period 3 jars of this have disappeared somehow. We could give one to our neighbour, but my husband obviously got attack of the munchies. I think he sat there with some bread and ate all of the pesto. So the jar is empty. But this is the box that was designed to house it. So let me put this to one side and I will show you how we made the box. So we're going to start with 2 pieces of cardstock, one for the lid and one for the base. The example I've just shown you used cherry cobbler, I'll bring it back in, cherry cobbler and always artichoke with a gold bauble. This one, I decided to go a little bit more contemporary, and we're doing Island Indigo and Night of Navy for the base. The Island Indigo bit measures 8 inches by 8 inches, and the Night of Navy measures just a tiny fraction less than 5 inches by 5 inches, so 4 1/15/16 of an inch if you want to be precise. So we're going to start off with some scoring. So I've got my trusty scoreboard here. And with a larger piece of cardstock, we are going to score this on all 4 sides at 2.5 inches. So 2.5 inches, rotate it 90 degrees and then score it again. And 2.5 inches, and we'll score it a final time, just like that. Yeah, I'm just checking I did that right. Yeah, I did. And then our smaller piece, we are going to score this at 1 inch. On all 4 sides. Okay, pretty simple. Last one. And that is our scoring done. So we're going to put away our scoreboard momentarily. Going to bring in the scissors and we will firstly make up a base. You do want to fold and burnish the score lines. I have forgotten to bring my bone folder down, so I'm just going to do it with my fingers, but you should use a bone folder to get a more crisper look. And I'm just going to cut out each of those corner flaps and notch them out. So just cut up and notch, turn it a bit more, cut up and notch, last one. Here we go. Okay, so that is that one done. You're going to do exactly the same with the bigger one. Okay, and again we're going to cut up. So what you need to do is make sure you're cutting up 2 sides, 2 score lines on the same side, like that. And then flip it and do it on the opposite. Now we're doing it this way, even though it's going to give us a bit of a chunkier side that we need to trim down. But we need to do it this way so that we can put our nice little ornament window in. Okay, and then just notch them out and cut it in half, roughly like that. Just means we're not going to get a real bulk of having sort of 3 pieces of cardstock on one side. Okay, and our last one now goes something like that, and just cut those in half very roughly, doesn't need to be exact. Okay, so let me just pop that down so you can see what it looks like. And now we are going to do some big shot work. So my big shot is here. And I have in place, let me just lift up my tripod a little bit so you can see that a bit better. Is that better? I think so. I've got my precision cutting plate already in place. So the sandwich I've got is my multi-purpose platform, then the precision base plate, which is new, You've seen me use it before, a great fan of this, especially when we are going to be using some quite intricate dies. We're going to be using the Delicate Ornament Thinlits, and let me just show you, just move the big shot a bit further back for a second. Let me just show you how gorgeous this die set is. Look at what you get in there, including the one we are going to use, and how pretty and delicate are these gorgeous ornaments. So you get a lot of dies in there, so you get 2, 3 really pretty delicate ornaments, and then some dies to cut out shapes, and some more embellishments, and then the hanger and the top of your bauble. So these are really good value dies. We are going to use this one today, which is the smallest one, and it is actually the only one that doesn't coordinate with the stamp set. These go with a matching stamp set as well. And what we are going to do is we are going to basically cut this shape into this bit here and into this piece on this side. Now, in order to get it through our big shot, we are going to have to fold in these 2 side pieces, but we should still be able to fit this all through. So what I'm going to do is just use a piece of washi tape. Now you need to make sure that the top of your bauble points to the middle section of the box. So I'm just going to put a bit of tape, use a bit of washi tape just to keep this in position as it goes through the big shot, because we can't use our magnetic platform with our precision plate, it just doesn't really work. So fold in these flaps like that in the middle, and then we can line that up, and I'm just going to run that through once, and I like to go through and then come back. Okay, there we go. So just pull that up, and you can see that shape has fallen out perfectly because of the precision base plate. And we could pop all those little holes out and use this for another project, but you need the relief at the moment. I'm then going to flip it round and do exactly the same on the other corresponding flap. Just line that up with where you want it to be. Put on our top plate, and we're going to go back through our big shot. Okay, so as I said, through once, and then let's reverse. Okay, that's come out completely now. Right, just lift that up. Again, we've got that nice relief, and this should come off here really easily. I'm just going to use the scoring tool from my punch board to push this out of the die. There we go. Okay, the last thing we need to do 2 more run throughs of this, and what I have here is a bit of silver foiled card, and we are going to again run that through the big shot. Okay, back and forward, try and keep hold of the handle, and that is us done with the big shot. You do need to do this twice. I've already done it another time, so I'm just going to do it once on camera, but you need to do this twice. So you get 2 of these shapes, and again, just going to use the scoring tool to push it out of the die first, and then you need to poke through all of the holes. You can see how easy it popped out of the die using that precision base plate. If you were using the multi-purpose platform, it would still work, you'd just have a bit more work to do at this point, probably to push it out of the die. Okay, so let's just poke all these holes through, because we do want the full decorative effect of this silver bauble. And just see just how beautiful and delicate that really is. It's a lovely die set, this one, actually. I think, you know, if you're wanting a real wow factor on cards, this is a great die set to do that with. Okay, I think we're just about there. A few more up here, still reluctant to pop out by the looks of things. There we go. Okay, let's push all those out of the way. And what we're going to do is bring in a piece of window sheet that I have cut in advance, and we're just going to attach that. If you see the window sheet there, we're going to attach the die cut onto the window sheet, and the perfect thing to do that with is our fine tip glue pen. I know this has been really popular. It is actually out of stock temporarily, though I believe it will come back in soon. And I'm just going to put this liberally all around the edge of my die cut. And that fine pen really does allow you to get this very precise application, which would be difficult on something like Tombow. And then once I've done that, I'm just going to very gently stick that down in the middle of my window sheet, like that. Just got a little scrap of cardstock just to use that as a bit of a, oh, was I off camera doing that? To use that as a little, let's go down again now the big shot's gone. Okay. And that is then stuck down nicely to our window sheet, she says, as it pops up. There we go. And as I said, I've done that twice. I've done it with this one, and then I've already done it, so you need 2 of those. And now we are ready to start building up our box. So I'm going to bring back in our shape, our box base, our lid actually, which we cut out. And we are just going to use a bit of fuse on the window sheet sections. So this is with the ornament side face up, a bit of fuse on either side. I like using fuse because it is clear. And then I'm just going to pop that ornament into that relief and then press the window sheet down. And can you see that lovely effect that that gives, as you can see through there? Okay, let's flip this around and do the same with the other one we have just done. It's nearly, oh, I've done that the wrong, I've stuck that on the wrong side. Stupid. Oh, and it's coming undone. Okay, let's just give that a minute more to stick down. And you need to put the fuse on the side where the ornament is, and then you can come in from underneath and stick that down. There we go. Oh, it's moved again. Let me see if I can pull that round to a line. Okay, you get the impression. Let me just maybe put the, now it's going to have stuck to the table because of the fuse. Oh, what a nightmare. Just put a little bit more of that glue pen underneath and hopefully it will stick this time. Obviously take a little bit more time to do this at home, but you can see the effect you're going to get. And I'm just going to cut a bit of this scrap. You won't need to do this if you put the fuse on the right side. Ignore what I've done, and maybe just to cover up where I've put the fuse on the wrong side. Okay, so right, now to build up our box very quickly, bit of fuse on either side of these 2 pieces here. Okay, okay, so that's gonna, and then we're just gonna fold it up like this, and that is our box shape basically made like that. The base is going to make up equally easily too, with a little bit of fuse on the inside of each of these flaps. So we just stick this up. There we go. Okay, and we need to just put a hole in here, which is where our ribbon is going to go. So I'm just going to use this is the 1/4 of a circle, 1/4 of a, yeah, 1/4 of an inch circle punch. I'm just going to punch a hole on either side. Okay, and punch that. And at this stage you would then pop in your jar of pesto if your husband hadn't already eaten it all, and that lid will just slide over the top of the box, and it's actually the lid of the pesto that is going to keep that from sliding all the way down. So let me get that on. There we go, like that. And then all that's left to do is add our ribbon, and I'm using the lovely sparkly white ribbon in this case. Use the gold on the example I shared earlier, and this is just going to go from the bottom and then through that hole we've punched. If I can get it to come through. Come on. There we go on one side. Tuck that side back under. Bring it round. Reel it off. There we go. Let's unwind this, and we can pop this through here like that. Push our lid on, and you can either tie this on top or you can tie it, I think it's quite nice tied off to one side like that. Okay, cut off a bit too much of this. I'm just going to do a knot as we are on camera. We got there in the end. Hopefully you get the idea. But that is my pesto gift box. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you give it a try. If you have any questions, any suggestions, and if you'd like to know how to make the pesto, do come back tomorrow. And if you'd like to order any Stampin' Up goodies, just let me know. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.